Lecture we'll go through this new vehicle that we made, and I'm going to go very quickly. Fine. So before we start, let us first quickly play it. I'm not going to go I'm going to that vehicle, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to go into input system of this vehicle. I'll just go very quickly. Fine, because after you have made this, what is this? Fine, so let's first drive.
Listen carefully. Press the W key to move forward. Press the S key to move backward. To extend the wheel, press the Z key. To retract the wheel, press the C key. Press the X key to incline the wheel. In case of a jam, pressing the X key always helps.
So you get it, fine, and I'll just play it one more time.
Assigning driver seat.
Listen carefully. Press the A key to move the turret to left. Press the D key to move the turret to right. Press the W key to rotate the turret up. Press the S key to rotate down. Press the left mouse button to fire.
And now
Listen carefully. Press the W key to move forward. Press the S key to move backward. To extend the wheel, press the Z key. To retract the wheel, press the C key. Press the X key to incline the wheel. In case of a jam, pressing the X key always helps.
Yep. So as you know, the audio for instructions, you have to update it. It's a challenge for you. Fine. So let's quickly go. So we have this vehicle here. Okay, and then we have remote events, we have scripts, we have our input script to be cloned from here to the player. We have some values, int values with that shows the max speed, as well as count hit, how many times the car was hit with a bullet. Fine. And then in the car we have attachments, we have a hinge joint. You saw the player going down and coming up, right? Yeah, that's what it is. Sound, you have to change those instructions. You can just go upload and paste that as set ID, which I'll do behind the scenes. Yeah, and then no collision, and we have couple of more, and that hinge was to make the player from down to up, because this vehicle you can drive it upside down as well. And then you have the driver, and in the driver you have the vehicle seat, and then you have all those engine sound, and I just copy and paste it, so you have some other sounds that are not required, which we will take care. Fine. A rigid constraint should be inside the vehicle and not here. Fine, that's okay. And then we have the wheels, fine, with the attachments and all, but if you see, it is all looks cool, but in the attachments, if you see, if it is front left, then front left, front right, then front right, but then we don't have a rear left as we did it in this vehicle. Here we have back left and back right. Fine. Sorry, here back left and back right, BL and BR. Now why that was done is because I'll just show it to you. Fine. Before that, then we have supporters. These supporters here, there, these ones, supporters. Fine. And in that supporters you have hinge that connects to the wheel, and you have two springs, one to keep it pushing it downwards, one pushing it upwards, and it is in the center. Fine. and in the supporters you have springs and all of these things. Nothing to explain, so easy after all that you have made here. Nothing to explain, fine. But we needed to have some vehicle to shoot, and as we are making a game we need an enemy, fine. So that's the reason for it. Nothing much to explain here. And if you go in the scripts, I'm not going to show you what I did here in I'm going to show it to you. I'm not going to explain it to you, fine. Just look at this remote event here that is being fired, and the script being copied, fine. Nothing to explain here. And then we'll go on the top in the scripts input. Nothing to explain. Okay, why this is because we are using a random value below, fine. That's the reason. And for the exit location from the vehicle, fine. Nothing to explain here. Nothing to explain here. Nothing to explain here. Yeah, touch context action services, I will not explain. I'll just add it behind the scene, yet not added in. That's fine. You're so expert, you know how to do it now. Nothing to explain here. This is the random position that we use here, math.random. That's the reason we are setting that seed, and nothing much. Everything same. Camera not installed. And what you see is I'm playing in third-person mode, which I'll be changing. It's testing, that's the reason, fine. Or else we don't need that thing, fine. Yeah. And then the third-person view, I mean the first person is more than enough. And then in the controls, nothing to explain here. You know everything, fine. Nothing to explain here. Nothing to explain here. Nothing to explain here, fine. Nothing to explain here. Seriously, there's nothing to explain here. And then the only thing to be even nothing to explain here, when you're shooting, fine, it hits. Remember, hit model has to be removed, because when you're trying to find the humanoid, let me just show it to you real quick in other guns. I'll keep it as a challenge so that you all can do it. But if you go in any of the turrets, fine. And oh, I'm so sorry. Here, yeah. And if you go below the hit here, fine. So what we are doing is we are trying to find a hit as a model, fine. And then we have a check here. If we did find something called hit model, only then we are doing it, fine. Now we don't need hit model because we have to damage the vehicle as well. So only humanoid is not there is not only one check, that is only humanoid. We have to check if it is a vehicle as well. So this needs to be removed and this needs to be removed, and instead of hit model just put hit part, and that should do the job, fine. So I'll just close it and come back to the modified script. That's exactly what has been done here. Okay, and rest all remains the same, but if it is not a humanoid, then check if it is a wheel. So we are using string.match. Refer to the string.match chapter. You're an expert. Nothing to explain here. Nothing to explain here. Fine. And then if it is a wheel, it comes here and goes through all the attachments. If it is R, now that's the reason I had to change it. That's the reason I had to change the naming here. As we were going before, it was different, but we had a rear left, but now we have back left, back right, and back left. Okay, the reason for that is if I put, say for example, RL, rear left, fine. So in that case, rear left means it does not know where to go. R is also there, L is also there, so it goes into the first one, and the orientation is different for each wheel, fine. That's the reason. So nothing to explain here, nothing to explain here, fine. Okay, and nothing to explain here. It's getting hold of this speed variable here. As we have a hit, we go to speed variables and we reduce it. So max hit 4. After that the vehicle is you cannot drive it. So that's the thing, fine. And if it is left, I have not put any limit. You can play with it, fine. You can change this here and do whatever you want, and you saw how much more damage you can do to left side, but but this has a limit. Below this it does not go below this, fine. And then nothing to explain here, and that's all we added as a code. And in the next chapter thereafter we will go and behind the scenes I'll rectify those sounds and add those mobile buttons as well, which you can also do. You're an expert now. And in the next lecture we will give the player a repair gun that, you know, all of these come back to normal after 30 seconds of completely repairing it, or maybe 1 minute of repairing it, and the vehicle becomes back to normal. Fine. So that's it. See how fast we are going now. When we started, how we were, and now after 50 plus hours of things, so complex. Fine. See, you did not even take 5 minutes to understand all this after all that we did. So I'm really happy for you all. Thank you so much.